Hey everybody, this is Hardcore Harry. Welcome to my review of the Monday Night Raw Superstar Shakeup. As you may notice, I'm a little clean-shaven, little baby face. This is the fresh start of my 2017 NHL Stanley Cup playoff beard. Let's go Pens! So, in this episode, we're going to cover the Raw side of the Superstar Shakeup. Next episode, we'll get into Smackdown, but let's get into Raw. First up, we have the Prince of Queens, Kurt frickin' Hawkins. I don't know why he gets such a bad rap. A lot of people just reading other reviews, they're not excited. It's Kurt freaking Hawkins. Whatever brand. I'm biased. I'm a huge Kurt Hawkins fan. Whatever brand he goes to, I'd love. I personally think he should go NXT and run that show for a little while and then come up. But whatever. It's Kurt freaking Hawkins. I love him. I hate to say this. I don't look for him to do big things on Raw. Starting out just getting knocked out by the Big Show. What's the point? It's supposed to be like an enhancement. You're doing this to get some new talent, get some fresh new talent, and get something good going. Why bring over somebody just to bury him? Whatever, though. Maybe something else will happen. It's the Big Show. He needed a moment, or I don't know. Whatever. Maybe something will change. I don't look forward to it. I think it's going to be Kurt getting buried, if even getting any airtime at all. We also have Heath Slater and Rhino. I'm a little biased here again because I love freaking Heath Slater and what's not to like about Rhino. Great tag team. I'm surprised that the makeshift tag teams a lot of times turn out for the best. You think, oh, why are they putting these two guys together? Cesaro and Sheamus. That works. Just like Heath Slater and Rhino works. I've been a Heath Slater fan for a while. I think he deserves a bigger push than this than he currently gets, but whatever. He's in a good tag team. I'm cool with that. It's Rhino. They can shake up the Raw tag division a little bit. Unfortunately, once again, though, as much as I want them to do well, what are they really going to do? The Hardys are running Raw now, and you got a lot of big tag teams on there. Raw is a solid tag team division, so I don't really see where Heath Slater and Rhino are going to fit in. I hope they do. I worry they're going to bury them like they're probably going to do with Kurt Hawkins. Next up, we have Kalisto. I'm not a big Kalisto fan, but he is good. He's a good cruiserweight, and this is probably a very good move for him coming to the brand with the cruiserweights. So I think he'll do good. He'll break out a little bit here. Definitely a solid addition to the cruiserweight division. It's already great. Adding him just makes it even better. I just hope that's where they put him. They don't try putting him with the rest of the roster. Hope they keep him in the cruiserweights because that's where he's going to shine. We also have Apollo Crews. Not real impressed with him. Just reminds me of Bobby Lashley. I know a lot of other people feel that way too. He's not bad, just kind of boring to me. But you never know. That could change. Just with anybody else, a change of scenery, change of pace might do some wonders for him. I'm not overly impressed. I don't look for it to be a huge impact or anything. But hey, maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be a surprise. I just hope they don't push him before he's ready. Because same thing with Bobby Lashley. He was not ready. They pushed him and he just failed. He sucked. I don't want to see the same thing happen to this kid. Hopefully they give him time to improve. Honestly, I'd throw him back in NXT. Let him build up the ranks there a little bit. Let him go up the ranks there. That's what I would personally do. But, whatever. He can still do it on Raw. I just hope they don't push him too fast. I'm going to combine the next two just because they kind of came out together. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Mickie is one of my favorite female wrestlers of all time. When she debuted, I loved her. When she went to TNA, she was still awesome. I still love her. She's a solid addition to the women's division in Raw. It's definitely weaker than SmackDown. Even with the switch-ups, I think it's definitely weaker than SmackDown. But she's a good, solid addition. She's going to help. Alexa Bliss, I'm a huge fan of. As soon as she came in, I thought she was awesome, and she just improves every day. She's great in the ring, awesome on the mic. She brings a lot of talent to Raw, and she's really going to help lift up the division. I think still, even with that, I think SmackDown still has a slightly better division. But Alexa Bliss is definitely going to help bring Raws up, too. I look for her to be champion soon. Might be a little bit because, Nia Jax, Bayley's probably going to hold her for a little while, I think. But the Raw's getting a much better women's division, and Alexa Bliss is a huge, huge addition for them. Bray Wyatt. If you've watched some of my other videos on wrestling, you'll know that I'm not a huge Bray Wyatt fan. I think he's overplayed. He's not terrible. He's great in the ring, and he is good on the mic. Don't get me wrong. It's not him. It's more creative. He's just boring to me. He's the heel version of John Cena. He's there whenever you don't want him to be. He comes out, I'll be watching you, Finn Balor, whatever. I mean, that could be a good feud. You never know. I just hope they don't do something stupid like put Finn with him. I really don't want to see that. But another problem I have is, even though he's now on Raw, he's still feuding with Randy Orton on Smackdown. He might as well be on Smackdown. One thing, it could change, you never know, but one thing that kind of sucks about it is it makes it kind of obvious that Randy Orton's going to win the rematch. They're not going to have Bray Wyatt take the belt to Raw. You never know. Something could change. They could say, oh, well, since this happened, Randy Orton's going Raw, Bray Wyatt goes or stays on SmackDown. But if that happens, that's another rematch. Randy Orton gets his rematch clause. So I think what they'll do, most likely, is Randy Orton wins, which I kind of figured would have happened anyway. Even if this didn't happen, I would think he'd retain. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think just sending Bray to Raw doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him. I don't think he's going to make a huge impact there. He definitely better suited for SmackDown, but it also does ruin the title rematch a little bit because it definitely does make it more predictable. Next up, Dean Ambrose. One of my favorites, probably my favorite other than Jericho right now anyway. He brings a lot to Raw. The Intercontinental Championship, for instance, which I think is... But I prefer the IC title to the US title, but he brings great mic skills, great wrestling skills, and the Shield is all on the same brand together again. Could just be a coincidence. Probably isn't. I wouldn't be surprised to see them reunite down the road. Probably way down the road, but you never know. Could happen anytime. Hopefully they don't bury him. Maybe he'll get a nice long run with the IC belt or even go into the Universal title scene. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Either way, solid addition for Raw. I personally think that Raw benefits more from the deal than Dean does himself. I worry that Dean could get squashed and buried, but maybe not. Creative does seem to like Dean, and what's not to like? He's one of the best on the mic and one of the best in the ring right now. I'm entertained every time he comes on. I'm biased. I'm a Dean Ambrose fanboy, but hopefully he does well on Raw. I think he's better suited for SmackDown, but I really hope he does well on Raw, and I hope they don't ruin it and squash him. Next up, The Miz and Maryse. This could go either way, honestly. I mean, obviously they're already going to feud him with Dean for the IC title. What sucks about it is one of them is most likely going to get buried. I hope that doesn't happen. They could have a nice long feud, bring even more credibility to the IC title, and make both of them look strong. Even if one of the eventual loser out of the feud still can look strong out of it. Both can come out of it looking strong. A worry is, and a lot of people have the worry, is that The Miz is going to get squashed. We all thought that after WrestleMania. I personally didn't. A lot of people still think he will. This move to Raw does start to worry me a little bit. With a lot of these guys, going to Raw isn't the best move for them. On SmackDown, they flourished. On Raw, they have so many big guys that they want to push. You never know what's going to happen. They might squash some of these other guys that came over. Guys like The Miz and Dean Ambrose, they're not jobbers. They're legit talent, but they're could potentially be enhancement talent. Wins over these guys or some of the current wrestlers on the roster, they look real good. So I hope that's not what they do with them. Maryse, she's not great in the ring. She's not bad though. That's another woman added to the women's division there. I loved them coming out as John Cena and Nikki again. I love The Miz playing to the crowd. Talking like a heel, but getting the reaction out of the crowd, getting a cheer out of the crowd, which is going to happen, but it's awesome seeing it. I don't know, it's just hilarious, and Dean getting added in, that just made it even funnier. Like I said, I hope it doesn't turn out with him getting squashed. This could, going to Raw could give him a huge push. I worry it's not going to, because I don't see them putting him over against guys like Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman or anyone like that. especially not Brock Lesnar. Hopefully, when they start moving these guys from the title scene, make some more room for guys like The Miz and Dean. I just don't see it. I see Raw as Vince's show and SmackDown as Triple H's show. I see the athleticism, and the guys that get over with the crowd getting the pushes on SmackDown, where the big bodybuilders that Vince likes get pushed and put over on Raw. So it worries me with guys like Dean and The Miz, but I hope that maybe this is going to be the beginning of Raw getting a lot better too. Worst, at least the least exciting for me, was Apollo Crews. Even the way he came over, he was the first one, but even the way he came over to Raw wasn't impactful. Instead of him coming in and doing something huge, he had a backstage interview. Like I said, he's kind of boring to me. The way he came on was boring. Maybe it'll be big for him, but I that's honestly the least exciting move for me. Best move, to me anyway, was Alexa Bliss. Huge. And WWE even 3-4 years ago, you wouldn't look at it as a woman. You wouldn't look at the women's division and see something like that being a big move. You'd say, "Oh, look, that's the afterthought. That's the stuff that doesn't even get aired. That's what they put on WWE.com after." Now, it's easily the biggest move. Alexa gets some more exposure, despite the fact that SmackDown has generally been better. Raw is their baby. Raw is the main show. She gets to go there, wrestle on the main show, probably have a great feud with Bayley. Hopefully, anyway. I could see them having some pretty good chemistry, but she definitely improves the women's division there a lot, and it's going to be a lot more exciting with her on the show. Next up, I'm going to go over whose move is the worst for them and whose is the best for them. The individual superstar, not the brand, the individual superstar. Worst is kind of hard. It's really not. It's not a bad move for any of them. It's an opportunity. It's a huge opportunity for them. So it's not bad. I'll probably have to say Kurt Hawkins though. SmackDown, he had a chance to, kind of bring it a little bit. He had a chance there to get a push because it is based off athleticism and character and everything there. You come to Raw, it's based off how big you are, how big of a draw you are. So Kurt Hawkins, it's still an opportunity for him, but it's probably the worst for him out of any of them. He's probably not going to get pushed very far, which sucks because, as I've said many times, I love Kurt Hawkins and he deserves a huge push, but I don't think he's going to get much of anything on Raw. Now, as much as I said he's boring, I don't particularly care for him. The best move probably is for Apollo Crews. Like I said, he has a chance to get a push here. Maybe he won't, maybe he will. They seem to want to push him, so like I said, he's a bigger guy, and that's kind of what they go for in Raw, seemingly anyway. So this might be the chance he needs, the move he needs to break out of his current role and do something. So for him, this is a huge move, probably bigger than anybody else that moved over. It's pretty big for Alexa too, but she can dominate SmackDown. Raw, they got a lot going on right now, so she kind of gets buried. No, I don't want to say buried. She doesn't get buried. She stands out, but she kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So Apollo Crews, this move is probably the best for him easily. Special shout out to the Drifter Elias Sampson. I don't think Raw's going to do much with him. Maybe they will. But it was kind of funny on Raw. I honestly, I think he did better on SmackDown, put him over there, but it was kind of funny on Raw, and it just, you didn't even notice him sometimes. They did it so subtle that sometimes you didn't even realize he was there. But if you pause, rewind, whatever, you see him there. I don't know. It's funny. Something about it I like, but either way, I don't think they'll do much with him. I hope they do. I'd rather see him go to SmackDown, but hey, maybe they'll do some with him on Raw. All right, guys, that's all we have for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Kept it kind of short because if you've been following along with wrestling, you know all this already. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. Next episode, we'll get into SmackDown, cover that, and I'll also go into which brand won this overall. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you tune in to the next episode. And remember, don't just have a great day. Have a hardcore day.